technical abilities are much stronger, and I just keep going.
Is a fight between a guy and Alexander Gustafsson. He's got to get through a very tough guy in Jan Blachowicz. He's got power. He's a dangerous fighter. Back in there, he took some time off to rebuild his motivation, and it's a real threat for Gustafsson.
Tremendous performance by Gustafsson.
In the light heavyweight division, one of the biggest names in the light contenders at 205 pounds.
I just want to show people and fans
Afford to lose.
I've been in this game for a couple of years now.
Two-time title challenger.
Seems to have really resigned.
He is confident of delivering what he calls his...
No doubt about that. Alexander Gustafsson is at the top of the pile of the light heavyweight division. Dominated, in my opinion, across the light heavyweight picture. If he can step into the middle of the rankings at light heavyweight, that's going to upset a lot of people.
We haven't seen the best of Jan Blachowicz, and had an interesting conversation with... He was at fatigue. They have been using science in this, so using that science and combining it with the level of training. And
Knocked against tonight, and he's going to need to be to get this win.
great to see. Title challenger Alexander Gustafsson, speaking with his former Olympic boxing coach himself, has travelled the world at anyone on his day, but Gustafsson has to believe it.
Visions, John, it's really down to the very minute details in these battles. Has been the question for Alexander Gustafsson as he stepped into two of his most recent. In both fights, he's looked impressive. He's beaten them at different ranges in which we wouldn't.
Always a pleasure to have him on a fight card. So let's take a look at the tail of the tape for this light heavy. That height difference will give the Swedish representative a 1-inch reach.
Gentlemen, this is the co-main event division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of... Now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 205 pounds. Fighting out of Scotland, Alexander the Mole! Our referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
So Jan Blachowicz won for a maximum 3 5-minute rounds in the light heavyweight division. Gustafsson
He's trying to feel each other out. A solid low kick from Gustafsson.
You've got to think there's pressure on him.
You know, and there's the right hand again, swarming in with pressure like he said he would, John. It's victory.
Oh, absolutely. And he's
Gustafsson shoots for a takedown.
And remember, Blachowicz team,
That's a good point. I'm sure the Swedish fans in the arena remember that.
Force was victorious over him.
Oh, good work from Gustafsson. Body reaching for it. Got to be aware of that knee.
Will we get to see some of the ground game of Blachowicz? Fight goes deeper, he will accelerate through the gears.
He certainly
has cardio for days.
That's true. I tell you what, John, you know when you team to make sure he's keeping that pressure on and keeping a higher pace.
Very, very long time. Very experienced. Every man in that...
Look from Jan. I tell you what, John, he's looking very confident.
Really nice.
Here on the break. Exchanging jabs, both of these guys. I know they're good.
Tonight.
He is very stationary. Again.
Gustafsson, the man that went the distance with John Jones.
Blachowicz spinning for an armbar, but Gustafsson circles. He's keeping his shoulders in line with Jan's. He's keeping his weight over arms. This is a good spot for Alexander Gustafsson to bear over his opponent. Here we go. Working for the armbar again. Every time Gustafsson pulls back into the one that was isolated. You can see some swelling up.
In these positions, he knows where his target is. He's almost pulling Blachowicz onto those elbows.
Punch you and you can't do a great deal about it with those long arms that he's got. Very interesting first round, John. So we take a look at these replays. It was a really long, a fake jab. Immediately forward pressure as he lands into the in guard. And then as I was talking about...
Okay?
Try to make some variations.
Yes. Just to pull your arm out. I want you to gain position.
Yeah.
Gain position. Don't be afraid.
Contest. Number 2 ranked Alexander Gustafsson.
Oh, is that left hook?
Gustafsson is taking no chances on the feet to the canvas. And we start the round where we finished the opening.
In his opponent's guard, Johnny, it's a very advantageous position to strike from. Seeing some blood in the hairline of Blachowicz. I'm not sure whether that's from the it's definitely starting to open up.
Gustafsson's just so long in the body, Dan, that any of these of the shoulders of the arms to stop Gustafsson from.
So he can start working a submission, but good guard recovery from Blachowicz.
Their sides, he's not neutralising and he's not looking for risk.
Every time Jan kicks off to his side to try and isolate an arm, you'll see how he's doing right now. This is a big second round so far for Blachowicz to get back to his feet. He wraps the head, having the arm under the chin first. Good chopping.
But he's not shifting his base around, Dan, and he's becoming a sitting target.
On the biceps, you'll see him spinning there. Look at that, beautiful. Pulls out of the hips, pinching his hips between the thighs of Gustafsson. So
as Gustafsson sneaks through elbows through the middle.
I'd like to see Blachowicz create some space, try and get to his feet. At least this round has been lost.
Gustafsson will continue to very good work in that top position from the wall.
Small shots, big powerful shots, integrating them very. Try and catch him as he drops back into his guard. If he's not careful, we're dropping his head.
Last 10 seconds. Big round for Gustafsson.
Into the half water, stop with him on the floor. Into the half mouth. It's nothing new. It's exactly the thing that we
Alan, before you attack, he's going to come out bombing now.
These 3 pay-per-view events in the featured bout of the Fight Pass prelims against Mike Pyle. The UFC 203 Fight Pass prelims begin at
starts. A nice check on the inside low kick. He certainly feels confident in the strike end of Gustafsson. He takes shots so well, he rides them so well, as we saw in the fight.
To loosen up, Dan, in the third round.
Must be feeling confident after that second round. There's the right hand and the body kick. We talked about the body kick before.
He will want to deliver that.
Blachowicz is pushing forward.
This is a competitive fight on the feet.
Surely knows that he can't spend the rest of the round here if he wants to win.
And results, obviously. And he's well on his way.
To an extent against Blachowicz, but we've seen a new element to his game where he's in the octagon and how to control his opponent, keep the fight where he wants it.
Stay there, progress please.
Mark Goddard imploring the
Gustafsson's always looking for opportunities in which he can get his arms free. Seeing Blachowicz fighting off of his back as well.
Even if it's just to create a scramble so he can turn to his knees and force his way up.
His finger in the air, if you like, see which way the wind's blowing and just throw caution to it.
That's keeping him on his back at the moment.
Stop.
Blachowicz is going to come in steaming now. He has nice single leg, well round the pipe, drops all his weight onto his opponent straight away. To have such a high level of takedown defense and take.
He does so very well at it from his frame.
Trying to stand up so he can drop even his body weight into the punches. This open, no offensive coming from the bottom.
He's going to get it back to his guard, but Gustafsson is going to feed him his left here in the third and final round.
Bone. He keeps working to kick his hips out to the side, but Gustafsson found work. Very good fight.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, valiant effort from Jan Blachowicz. Those applause. The Swedish fans always.
So really the takedowns were the story of this fight, starting with that story continued on in the second round. It was good work from Jan, been away with those shots and staying over his opponent, bearing down on.
Right, well, it's time to send it back inside the octagon. Let's make it all official.
Scorecards for decision. All 3 judges score this contest. Gustafsson!
Tightly contested on the feet, but the takedown sealed the deal for you. It was really nice to see some.
But hey, he's a great opponent. All due respect, we're going here in 5.
Being right in at the top of the division, you fought the best in the world. You fought 2 champions. Was a big risk for you, but you needed a good win and you got it. Is this a good
Time, so, but hey, this a great fight and a great opportunity to fight in Hamburg. And
to take him down? And we saw you control him in the guard very well. You can see on the big screen up on the floor.
Yeah, well, I knew that he's a very powerful puncher. I took my opportunity to take him down.
Well, it was a great performance.
The fans here loving the success of